Welcome everyone. This is the Evolution Intuitive reading for the month of July. And I don't know about you, but since the summer solstice last week, I've just felt really beautiful energies of love coming through, really high vibration energies, and a lot of empowering light codes coming through. So it's felt very lifted, but at the same time I still feel there's a bit of I would say I feel like we're going into like rebalancing, and so obviously in order to balance, you know, that scale's going to tip a little bit until it gently rests in perfect balance. So that's what I'm feeling for the energies. So as always, curious to hear what your experience is, so do please share, and let's go ahead with the reading and find out what is it that we need to know for the month of July. And so before I shuffle, just invite you to place your hands on your heart and just start by breathing in this beautiful white blue light in through the nose, deep into the belly and out of the mouth. So just breathe in a couple more times, this beautiful white blue light. And we're just watching this light, or imagining this light tracing along the brain, down the spine and out of the mouth. And this is already going to raise our frequency for the reading. And I invite you to just place a soft intention in your mind. What is it that you're working on or would like to know? What guidance are you looking for? And just set a soft intention for the month of July. I say thank you. And I invite you to sit back, breathe and receive, and let's see what comes through for the month. So I've already called in my guides, and just give it a little shuffle. And let's see. All right, so as always, we're going this way round. So I'll just lay them out and then we'll go through them. Nice. Okay, so straight away I'm drawn to the purples, and that for me always symbolizes the higher guidance coming in from the unseen realm. So really trusting the intuition, trusting what information is coming through. And then we've got some lovely pinks and blues. So it feels very light. Yeah, it feels very light. So let's see what they say. So we'll start here, and this position symbolizes where you currently see yourself. And we have a 4. And 4 is represents awakening, so starting to become awareness of any programming that you're holding, and beginning to make a connection to a higher frequencies. And so the 4 in this awakening stage represents creating new foundations and new structures, trusting any intuition that comes through and working in that flow of the intuition. So what it's saying is that you have already, or you're starting to create a new foundation for yourself. And what's coming to mind for me is, you know, basing our life around our values, what matters to us, and really staying true to that, staying true to who we are, and holding that as our foundation that we operate from. And so then what we have here is position is what is being reflected to us in the outside world, which, friends, family, colleagues, and what we've got here is 12. Now, 12 is the embodiment level. So it's about really bringing whatever awareness we have of ourselves, really embodying that, so that we don't have to keep repeating programming. And so the 12 here symbolizes the embodiment of number 3. And 3 is all about our own unique expression and creativity in the world. And so 12 is asking us to really create beyond the mind, so creating beyond our programming, being in a listen and do state. So, most of us, the majority of us are doing. We rarely stop to listen. And so what we're being asked is to reverse that, to flip that inside out. So we are spending much more time listening to the guidance coming through and then acting on that. So you're being invited this month to really take time to reflect, what is it that we're creating? What is it that we want to experience in our reality? And then listening for the guidance on the next action steps to take. And then trusting and taking action, even if we don't know what the outcome is going to be. Even if there's no evidence of what we want is coming true, really honouring ourselves and our truth and staying strong in that. And so that really connects well with the foundation. So knowing who we are, knowing our truth, standing in that truth, and then acting on our divine inspiration, divine guidance. And it's also showing, like with the arrows, that, it doesn't matter which way we go, it's all leading to the same end point, should we say. It's all leading the same path. So, we can take the short road, we can take the long road, but really trusting our guidance and taking action steps based on that. So then moving on to this position, which represents, I keep knocking over Ganesh. Ganesh is the remover of obstacles. So he's been down twice, so maybe that's a good sign. This position represents what we would like you to see, which perhaps you're not seeing clearly yet, or and maybe need a bit more clarification on that. And so what wants to be seen here is 19. And 19 is a mastery number of 1. And so mastery numbers represent really being able to hold a high frequency without the need of evidence and reflection, which is what I was saying here. Without needing validation or outcome, just staying true, staying in the unknown frequency long enough until what it is you're creating shows up in your reality. And so the number 19 is a mastery of 1, and 1 represents new beginnings, rebirth, new guidance, new insights. And a 19, the mastery of that, is about really stepping into your leadership, creating something that you've never created before, and following these inspired ideas, which is what we were saying earlier. So listening for that guidance and then following through on them. A lot of, certainly I've been through this stage, a lot of the time we might get a hit and trust that it's going to work out, but we actually need to take action. So again, we're being encouraged here to follow the guidance and then take the action, even if it feels uncertain and unscary, because we were called to trust, without knowing the outcome. So that's really important here. And the next position represents the support that you're receiving. And so the support coming through for you here is 29, which again is another mastery number, and it's mastery of 2. And 2 is about collaboration and partnership. And the 29 in this level represents really being attuned to divine mind, divine thoughts, that divine intelligence, and keep attuning to that awareness over and over and over. So this is all perfectly flowing, getting that guidance coming in, trusting it, acting on it, even when we don't know, what the outcome is going to be, but we're doing something we've never done before. And certainly one of the ways of overcoming programming is recognizing when we're in patterns of behavior and then not repeating that, creating a new pattern of behavior. So this is really giving us that support here, that we just need to keep trusting, keep listening to the guidance and acting on that. And we're 3 times. I'll leave it for you to decide what that means. I'm gonna move him. And we're really on target here. Look, bullseye. So keep trusting. You can't do it wrong. And so then that leads us into the 5th position, which is particles of possibility. So what is possible for you if we're following all the guidance coming through? And so what's possible is a new beginning. It's being able to connect to a higher frequency and have a new experience, possibly the experience that we've never had before, the one that we are creating, the one that we would like to experience. So it's saying that it is possible for us, and it might be even, it could be just us. We're rebirthing ourselves into a new state of being, a new way of behaving, a new lifestyle, new way, new experience. And of course, reality is that we always have experiences with other people. So that in turn will bring experiences with other people, whether they're currently people in your life or new people coming in. And so then that brings us to the probable outcome, and probability is 2. And 2 is about new partnerships, new collaborations. So it could be in any area of your life, and you'll know which is the one that you set your soft intention for. And so that is suggesting that, these new partnerships are coming in. And again, I want to reinforce that it's really important to, stay in this truth, because as new things shift, it can sometimes be difficult to hold a new frequency and not slip into old patterns and behaviours and thoughts. And so I would really remind you that as we're working through the month of July, make sure you've got a strong foundation, that you are staying true to your values, true to who you are. You're going to trust and listen and take action on that guidance, knowing that you have the support, as long as you keep that focus on the higher frequencies, on the higher intelligence coming through, and recognize when you're in an old program or when you're shifting into creating what it is you would love to experience. And then again, the promise of new beginnings and new collaborations, new partnerships. So really beautiful, and I think lovely for the summer months, because we certainly are a lot more sociable. So yeah, that's what we have for this month. And let's pull a supporting card to help us hold this frequency throughout the month. Ooh. I am performing at my highest potential. I gift others with my divine expression. And I love that, because here we were being asked to, listen and do, create beyond that programming mind, and then trusting and taking action. And of course, the 12 is an embodiment number of 3, which is all about being in our creative expression, our unique expression, what makes us us. So you're really being reminded here to stay true to you, stay in your authenticity. And so let's just read from the book. And also it's a 3, so it's another affirming card. Did I say that? Maybe I already said that. Okay, so I am living my highest potential. To live your highest potential is to embrace where you are in this moment. It is not about changing the things you do not like. It is a soul evolution or meeting success from following the guidance of your heart. Where you are right now is exactly where you need to be. Focus there. This awareness will lead you from your heart into your next highest vibration. Throughout your day, take a moment to connect to your heart and listen. Are you creating life from your still small voice, or are you creating from logic, fear, or the advice of others? You can block your ability to hear your heart by not being present. To live your highest potential is to live from your inner guidance. Today is your day. It is time to step into your next. Affirm aloud, I am living my highest potential. Perfect, as it always is. Really reaffirming that, less doing, more listening, and then taking action. And really just doing your best and honouring that. As I said here, it doesn't matter which way we go, we're still going towards that destination. And so that means, be kind to ourselves, go easy on ourselves. We might not always get it right the first time, but we can course correct and get back on track again. And I think that's the most important part, is just being kind and gentle, recognizing, oh, hang on, I've gone off track again, or I'm off path, and get back on path. And the slower we go, the quicker we get there, because we're much more present, which is what the book said, in our presence, not rushing around doing, where we don't have that awareness because we're too distracted. So really nice. So I invite you to say that affirmation throughout this next month if you notice that you're slipping out of that high vibration, or you're facing any challenges. Remind yourself that you are performing at your highest potential. You're doing your best. All right, so let's code. Placing our hands on our heart. And again, breathing in the white blue light in through the nose and out the mouth. And we're going to bring in this new code into the cells of the body, holding the frequency throughout the month of July, as we boldly move forward with our intentions and our creations, receiving the guidance every step of the way, and taking inspired action on that guidance. So the code coming in is 4, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So just like programming a computer, we're programming our cellular structure with this new higher frequency, overwriting old patterns of behaviours, thoughts, beliefs, so that we can level up. So just take a moment to breathe and receive. And you might notice how that feels in the body. Perhaps you do notice that you feel calmer. Perhaps you feel more elevated or open to receiving. Maybe you don't feel anything at all, and that's also fine. Just accept and allow that it's doing what it needs to do. Raising the frequency. Beautiful. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this reading. We'll close it with thank you, I love you, it is done. So perform at your highest potential. Know that you can't do it wrong, and trust, take action. And I can't wait to hear what creations you are working on, and look forward to any success stories. Have a great month. Bye for now.